6154981. Ian, I need my appointment book if you can get that for me. Yes, good afternoon, sir. I found a postcard size, a little piece of paper from the St. Louis County Assessor's Office. And I found it on my porch, but it's filled out to me. It was folded in half. Now, I received this on February 27th this year at 12:56 in the afternoon, and it was inspected by Marge S., and there's a X where it says owner occupant was not present when the appraiser inspected the property. But I was home. I'm here every day. I'm a stay-at-home self-employed person. And this is in regard to locator 11H1-30376, 12 Royal Avenue. And it's marked with an X where it says, okay, it starts out every 6 years and or due to a, with an X through the box, increase of more than 15% in a personal or in a property's appraised value. And they did an exterior property inspection from my property line and walkway leading to the front door. But it says I'm entitled to a more complete exterior inspection and or interior. And I'd like to go ahead and schedule that if that would be all right. Oh, well, right. As far as a negative nature, sir, it would be exterior. Yeah. Well, I thought that's why they'd come and we'd have an appointment. I mean, I'm not trying to be argumentative. I'm just trying to get an appointment. Okay, I got a perfect example for you. Okay, good. So, my next door neighbor is a commercial property. There's a pizza joint and a resale shop that got burned down during the Ferguson riots. What's really odd about that building is when they put it back up, there's no emergency exit. I mean, I've been a small business owner for like 30 years, and every time I ever had an inspection, you know, so I could have my business be approved, you have to have an emergency exit. There's a lot of bad things that happen at this property. Recently, a car plowed through the AT&T, which is across the street, and ran property damage too at our corner. So I'm assuming that somebody thinks that my property value should go up because the pizza joint got rebuilt. I think that's important to see, and that would be to my left. Oh, see, I'm trying to just get an appointment here with Marge and ask, right.
I guess we probably need to word our cards a little better, but what the card basically is saying.
Yes.
We were there doing an external visual inspection.
Yes.
We're trying to match up the information we have with on our property record cards with what we're seeing there. As an example, okay, you're number 12, Royal? Is
yes,
that what
sir.
You said?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me see what we have. And you're Susanna Pratt?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. All right, so what we would have seen, or what we would have been looking at while we were there, would have been a two-story home.
Yes.
Built in 1900.
Yes.
We would, if we'd have talked to you, we'd have asked you, do you have 4 bedrooms and 1 bath with a full basement? We think the attic is unfinished. It looks like it's in average condition. That's what we would have been basically doing. We're not doing the assessment there saying, oh, you got a 15% increase. We've already done all the research as far as recent sales are concerned. That's what's driving your market. Is not, you know, any of the other things that you might think.
Let me ask you a question then. 3 doors down on the right, recently a property was sold for $3,000. Show them why our taxes shouldn't go up, and that's the purpose of this video. This is 26 Royal. And my next door neighbor, directly next door to me, and this is why we do need an assessment in my mind. My direct neighbor to the right of me has a completely misstrewn front appearance that everyone sees. When I say that, the brick walkway has been pretty much destroyed, and the property is a mess. So what we're doing is we're discussing property value today, and they're getting ready to levy a 15% increase on an average house in a lower middle class socioeconomic group. I want to show you my neighbor's house. This would be 20 Royal. So we're talking about, does the neighbor's property distract or take away from someone else's? Now these people both work for the city. Well, they did at one time. I'm not sure where they work now. So say where I live, right here at the top of the street, my next door neighbor, and then two down from that, I would say would be a big factor to look at.
So what you're saying, and if I'm understanding you correctly, your property doesn't necessarily have issues. You're concerned about the surrounding property.
Coming by the big yellow house, seeing Florissant Road. Up ahead on the right is where the accident was, where someone plowed through the poles up ahead and hit the Little Caesar property. And you can see this is why we have a concrete medium right here. And this way the cars don't cut into our yard or run up on our yard. What about trash on a parking lot? Does anyone have to take care of that? The answer has been no. And as you can see, all that trash blows up in our yard. Some people think it's no big deal to have a back door on your business and that you shouldn't need one. And as you can see, there used to be a back door right here. When this building was burnt to the ground the day before Thanksgiving 2 years ago, in retaliation to the non-commitment to take care of Darren Wilson and the slaying of Mike Brown, everybody decided to set the town on fire, and that was funded by Soros, from what we hear, what we see in the media, the honest media. So now we have no back door. I'm gonna walk around the building, and here again, disheveled properties. This is where I live. I grew up in North County, Moline Acres, down the street from here. This church protected us from the tornado. That's the only reason we survived there. Here we have Hidden Treasures and Little Caesars. If there's a perp breaking into the front, how do these people protect themselves? How you doing? So we want to make sure our community is protected, you see. We have no way to hide or to save lives. Big yellow house. So keep in mind when this building was set on fire that we were told they weren't going to put that fire out, and we put a camera on them and told them we will not be evicted from our property. We will not evacuate. And you see, this is what we're fighting for right here. Zingenheim home. 117 years old, on the historical register. You tell me, is it worth it? I say it is. When I read this postcard, it just made me nervous because, of course, our taxes have been raised 3 times here in Ferguson in the last year. And just the other day, if you can believe this, we got a phone call. Now, Ferguson is one of, I think, 7 libraries that's a consortium library, and it's a really cool library. It's an old building. I'm 53 and I've lived in North County my whole life, and I grew up down the street from here. The other day they asked if we would pay a 44-cent tax increase. We bought this property for $99,000.
Okay.
Okay. So, for example, what they said was that if we weren't willing to pay that tax increase that we were going to lose our library. From where I stand, living in Ferguson since 2007, especially since the civil unrest, we've lost our businesses, we're losing our infrastructure. Shop and Save is getting ready to close down, and there's just so many things going on that I would think that overall as a community that I should know more about. I'm just trying to be a good citizen.
Well, you have every right to, present that. I guess the format is what's, I guess we're having a problem connecting on.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to know how to do this properly. I appreciate your time.
The best way to handle this would be to file an appeal. Now, that will be, the first time that you can file the appeal will be on May the 1st.
Okay.
We'll have information on our website, or we'll mail it to you if need be, but you can also pick it up at the North County Governmental Office at Village Square.
Oh, could I get it mailed, because I don't even have a car to drive?
Yeah, no, that's fine, but you'll have to call us back because the forms aren't available until May 1st.
I have to wait till May 1st to get the form, you're saying?
Yeah, it's not even there.
Okay.
So May 1st you can call back, they'll mail it to you, you'll fill it out, mail it back, and they'll set up a time and a place to meet you. The deadline for getting the form back, the two critical dates I could discuss with you are May the 1st is the first day you could actually file.
Okay.
The deadline for getting it back to the Board of Equalization is July the 10th this year, second Monday in July.
Thank you.
So those are the key dates as far as just filing the appeal. And then after that, they'll see what the scheduling is like. They'll call you. They'll, try to find a mutual time. It's usually going to one of three places: the near Northwest Plaza, where we have our hearings.
Okay.
South County or Clayton. So
yeah, Northwest
we try
Plaza.
to be as open and available for everyone as we can. So.
Right, Northwest Plaza would work for me. It's about 10 minutes away, and that's the other thing. I mean, if you think about North County in general, sir, especially with the Westlake landfill problems and things like that, I think at this time, we have so many more critical things, and so many people in this town are barely able to hang on as it is.
I understand.
Yes.
I probably talk to them all day long.
Bless your heart.
Honestly, I mean, you're not alone there, but I know you're concerned about your well-being. But I can tell you, I talk to people all day long about the very same thing we're discussing.
Here's another one for you. Check this out. When I moved here, we had a street sign right out in front of our home.
Yes.
That says no parking anytime. And do you know, after the tornadoes in 2011 when our home was hit,
right,
we never got that sign back. The rest of the street has that sign. So say another problem that we have particularly is people lining up in front of our street and throwing out their trash and their pizza boxes and their diapers.
No, that's horrible.
It sucks. And
yeah, I mean, that's just
yeah, and I mean,
that's not being a good human being. I'm sorry, but that goes way beyond just being a
Right. You're not even kidding, and it's dangerous too, because sometimes people mosey into our yard, which is bad.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I appreciate you so much, and I don't even know your name.
I'm Jim, J-I-M. So I would, you got a card, correct?
I wrote down the May 1st to get the form, and then I assume what I do is I call back on May 1st and say, will you please mail a form?
We'll get the form mailed to you.
Yes, and then I have until July 10th.
Yeah, to just fill it out and mail it back to us.
Cool.
So you'll be all set.
I do appreciate your time, and, it must be a hard job. It really must.
Yes, it is. But you know what? I think everybody deserves to be heard, and we all have a voice, believe it or not. And there are people who listen. So nevertheless, just try to think positive, and by all means, call us back, and we'll see if you get that farm, and we'll see what we can do from that point.
Bless your heart, Jim. Have a great day.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Bye-bye.